Hello everyone and welcome back to the Gingerbread Village. My name is Megan, and if you are new here, please consider subscribing. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you like my content, and I would like for you to comment down below if there is anything in your life, if you're a parent, anything in your life as a parent that you feel that you need to work on. I want to hear about it down below. So comment what you feel you need to work on as a parent. Today is another one of our Mommy Mindset series. Today is about taking action. So too often people feel that they cannot be a good parent if they are financially struggling. Sure, finances are a huge part of life as an adult and as a parent, and we want to be able to give our kids the world. Sometimes we can't do that, and that is okay, and we need to accept that and keep moving forward. We cannot dwell on the fact that we don't have money to be able to do things. How about we make do with what we have, be happy with what we have, and that will teach our kids a huge lesson in itself, to be happy with where we're at and to be appreciative of the things we do have. And then we need to teach them on top of that to keep striving forward. Doing that means showing them how to appreciate what you have and be thankful for what you have. So even though having money can bring opportunities, not having it can bring innovation. And that's what we need to show our kids. So we need to be active parts of our family. And this is not just for moms, this is for dads too. We need to be an active part of our family. And one way we can do that is by starting new traditions at home. These do not cost any money, and if they do cost money, it's not very much. You can start new traditions as simple as having a Sunday brunch every week. I have started doing this with my family, and it's gotten to the point where my kids look forward to Sunday to have that brunch together, to be able to eat a big breakfast style meal in the middle of the day. They just absolutely love it, and it will bring memories for all of us for years to come. So I'm very glad that I started this, and it's literally only the things that I already have in my house. I don't make a huge fancy meal. It's usually just some turkey bacon and some eggs, and I fry up some potatoes in some olive oil with some onions and some spices, and bam, we've got a nice big brunch that everyone can enjoy, and we can just sit at the table as a family and really enjoy each other. Other traditions you could start would be a movie night with a theme. You could make snacks to fit this theme. I saw a friend of mine on Facebook that does this, and I think it is absolutely genius. At first, I thought she was nuts because it just seemed like a lot of work, but it really didn't have to be all that fancy and elaborate. Just make some snacks that go with the movie you're watching, and boom, you've got a great movie night that your kids will remember. Another one that you could do would be family game night. If you like board games, or your kids like board games, even if you don't, it's one night a week. Indulge them. Usually everybody has board games in their house. If not, you can get some for relatively cheap. I think most of the board games that I've looked at recently are between $10 and $20. So just pick up some board games, or a board game even. Maybe you don't have a board game and you don't have the money to go get one. Get some cards, play Go Fish with your kids, or teach them a game. Make up your own game. Make up a game that doesn't revolve around a board. Maybe you can just pretend something, or imagine something, or do charades. There are so many things that you could do for a family game night, for a movie night, or a new tradition of any kind. So be sure to just figure that out and make a new tradition with your kids. I want to know what ideas you have for a new tradition. Comment them down below so I can see what you guys do. Maybe I'll integrate that into our lives as well. Something else you need to do to take action and be an active part of your family is to make sure you're making time for your kids device free. That means you not having a device and them not having a device. Turn off the TV, just spend some time together. That could be during a movie night or a brunch, Or that could be just sitting on the couch talking to each other about your day. Any time that it possibly fits into your day, it can be as little as a half an hour or as much as you possibly want. But getting that device-free time with your kids shows them that you're actually interested in them and that you're not too busy for them. Because all too often when we're on our devices all the time, even if we're talking to them while we're on it, they see us as distracted and that we're too busy for them. And we don't want to give that off to our kids. We want to show them that we're devoted to them and that we absolutely are interested in their lives. Learn with your kids. This could mean taking a class with them, but this could also mean just surfing the internet, looking through educational things such as looking through encyclopedias online, or even if you have the actual books, they would absolutely love that, I'm sure, especially if your kid loves books, to see the Britannica library and just kind of go through it. That used to be something that I absolutely loved as a kid, and when we got our first computer, that's what we did. Me and my mom would sit at the computer and we would look through different animals and different things on the encyclopedia that came on the computer, and it was just so much fun. And even 20 years later, I still have not forgotten that. But other things that you could learn is you could pick up a new recipe or a nonfiction book. You could look through an educational magazine even. If you've got highlights magazines, you could use those. Anything. Just to learn with your kids and bond with them over that common learning and everybody kind of picking up new information together. That togetherness is really what you're striving for. Another way to connect with them and to be more active in your family would be to get out in nature. Explore nature with them. Go for a hike or a walk, even if it's just through your neighborhood. If you live in a city, that can be just as adventurous. Just go to a park or walk down a city block even. Just get outside and get some air with them. If you have a park or somewhere that you can hike nearby, absolutely go there. All of that fresh air and sunshine, even if it's not sunny, even if it is a snowy, cold day, get out in that snow with them. That fresh air, it will do everyone some good. Another thing you want to make sure you're doing is showing affection to your kids. I think so often when they're babies, we're constantly hugging and kissing on them, and as they get older, we lose sight of that because they don't necessarily want to be touched as much, or they don't need as much attention, and they're not as squeaky clean and new as they used to be, so we kind of just get used to them and they kind of fade, and we don't kiss and hug them as much. I think we need to get back to that. We need to remind ourselves that our kids still need us to give them affection. It actually increases brain productivity to have human touch. So be sure to be hugging them and showing them how much you love them. Another way that you can be active in your family is to teach your kids to believe in themselves by believing in yourself. You believing in yourself and being positive and being productive will show them the way to do that for themselves. And it may seem like they don't really care, and it may seem like they're not actually paying attention, but they are. They're constantly watching us as parents for guidance, even if we don't think that they are. And it's just really important to show them what self-love looks like, and what believing in yourself looks like, what commitment to goals looks like. And one of the goals that I have is this topic of taking action within my family. I have started to try to really implement these things into my own life, and I encourage you to do that as well. So that's all I have for you today. Again, if you really like this video, give it a thumbs up. I will see you in the next one. Just remember, there is no such thing as a cookie cutter life. Take care.